Alright, we're gonna try this again. Okay, first up, I should probably say we are in my car. Here's to hoping. Oh yeah, it's recording. Okay. Here's to hoping that my audio is actually usable this time. I recorded this once last Friday, put my phone in a different spot, and turned out it moved while I was driving, and I could not use any of the audio. So, we're gonna try this again. Hi, my name is Z. Today I am very, very late on starting my... Why is my steering wheel sticky? I'm gonna riot. I am very, very late to starting my vlog. It is currently Thursday. And I realized this morning, as I was going through my camera roll, that I literally just have a 30-second clip of my cat purring for this week's vlog. This Friday's vlog. Well, next Friday, technically. Anyways, is it next Friday? Oh, I have to look at my schedule again. Dude, it is a school zone. Why are you going 70? That is not... Okay, whatever. Yeah, so I realized I only have a 30-second clip, and I'm like, oh god, I need to do something. And half of that is, I hope you guys can forgive me, is that this week has just been a doozy of a week. I don't know why. I just really struggled this week with, like, my energy has been insanely low. Like, I get home and I am ready to take a nap, which is not usual for me. I get home at 3:30. Why am I already wanting to nap? That's not... Which, fun fact, I cannot nap. Like, I can go lay down in bed if I really wanted to, and I'm absolutely tired. It won't happen. I will lay there and just get frustrated with myself. It's a great time. So, like, I haven't been doing any diamond painting, or the progress I make is pitiful because I just can't focus or work on it. So that's a thing, apparently. All week. I ended my last vlog Sunday night with 66% done on my, 66.6% done on my necromancer cross stitch. And I am currently sitting at, I think, like 75, 76. So, like, my progress over the last 3 days has been pitiful. But that's okay. I will just say it is fine. I can make do with it. So, the real point, I'm just rambling. Whatever pops into mind. I have zero plans for this talk, chat, whatever you would like to call it. It is Thursday. My brother and I think we're going out for dinner tonight. He wasn't very clear if we were actually going or not, and where we were going. We have... Why are we breaking? We have 3 ideas, and 2 that are absolute no's, and that's about as far as we've gotten. Me and him are both very much like mood eaters. Like, if I am not in the mood to eat, we can decide a restaurant a week early. However, the day of, and I can think their food is good for that entire week. However, the day of can hit, and I will definitely change and be like, no, that sounds absolutely disgusting now. We're not doing that anymore. So, good thing we're choosing tonight, I guess. Listen, I think we're gonna go to Leopold's because he has been craving poutine. That is one of his favorite places to get it. I absolutely love their mac and cheese bites and their deep fried cheesecake. I can find something else on that menu to fill me up. Oh good, you're turning. So, I think that's where we're going, but I also could really use, like, a good rice bowl. I don't know. We're still deciding. It is currently 3. I am just leaving work. Who knows what we'll do in the next 2 hours. So, yeah. Weekend plans is mostly sitting around diamond painting. It is Easter weekend, so I'm going to my grandparents on Sunday. Saturday, I am still looking at new cars. Have I ever even said that? I have been looking to buy myself a car, but like the prices of these things are actually killing me, and I'm really, really sad. Because I don't remember them being that bad before COVID, but I also didn't really look. I'm just sad. I didn't think I'd be shelling out that much money for a car. And I want to pay with it all in cash. Because next step is house. And I really don't want to have a payment plan when trying to figure out how to buy a house. So, oh, I need to be in the other lane. I didn't realize we were turning. Yay. Got it. Okay. Okay, question. Do you guys talk to yourselves in your car? Because I will comment on everyone around me and what they're doing, but I will also talk to myself. So, do you guys do that? Yeah, weekend plans. I'm going car shopping on Saturday. I'm not actually buying anything. I'm just going for a few more test drives to see what I want to buy. I hate this. Why can't I just sit around and diamond paint all day? That sounds so much more enjoyable. But anyways, work stuff is great. So spring break was a couple weeks back. This is where I've already talked about this, but my audio was not usable, so I get to do it again. Hopefully it makes sense the second time around. So during spring break, it was me and the custodians in the school, so I got to just work in peace and quiet, and it was lovely. Okay, it wasn't really quiet. I was blasting Epic, but you know, it's fine. Music is different noise than like student and hallway noise. That's besides the point. So I got to do some of my cataloging. I was really hoping to get all my new books cataloged. There's a couple hundred that need to get done. I think I chipped away about 100. So, I mean, there's still a lot to do. My cart is still full. But I realized that there is something in the catalog that I despise. So, when cataloging, I'm going to give you guys info about my job that absolutely nobody cares about, but you're just stuck with me rambling. What is that counter? No, that's fine. I made it. Okay. Oh, I'm not even going the speed limit. Whoopsie. I am now. What was I? Okay. Details about my job that absolutely nobody cares about. So when cataloging a book, you get a record. It tells you literally everything about this book, where it was published, when it was published, what edition it is, if it's a reprint. Who cares? What is it, like a paperback or a hardcover? All that good jazz. Like any authors or illustrators included in the work of this thing. Ooh, look at this timing. Am I gonna make this? Hell yeah. All that good jazz, and then you get down to like the subject headings. Those are a lot of fun when done well, because it tells you exactly what the book is about. If like you'll have Diary of a Wimpy Kid is my favorite example, because you'll have subject headings of friendship and middle school, and I believe bullying is in there too, as like your topical base subject headings. And then for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you move into the subdivision of, is it fiction or graphic novels? Like, those get applied as well. So in the case of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, at this school, the previous library technician deemed Diary of a Wimpy Kid a graphic novel. I don't agree with that assessment. I wouldn't call it a true, like, fictional novel, but I would not put it with the graphic novels. That doesn't make sense to me. So, the graphic novels, all these subject headings, because they put it with the graphic novel, should have that graphic novel's subdivision at the end for a form division. However, the previous cataloger, whether there was just one or multiples, I have no idea. I don't know how many people have messed around in this catalog and gone through all these subject heading and authority records before. I have no clue. However, I know I have to fix it because all the graphic novels has either fiction, graphic novels, or comic books, strips, etc. as the form division. Here's the thing, when you are cataloging books, you want one uniform thing that you are doing. That makes it browsable through the online catalog. Because if you have, let's say you actually pop in friendship fiction, then you are only going to get books pulled up that have that exact same wording for the subject heading. So in this case, in this my catalog, that would pull up some novels for you. However, if it was like friendship graphic novels, you would only get graphic novels, which are a great tool for finding things like this. Ooh, I can go. I am explaining this so poorly, and I am so sorry, but when you have a section of books, all the graphic novels, they need to have a uniform heading so that, hey, if someone pops in graphic novels at the end of their search, they're going to get graphic novels. That's just the nature of things. But since they have all three, there is no uniform search function. And it's just because friendship has all three of these, and I don't know why there's all three of these exist. Yes, it makes sense for separating graphic novels from fiction within the online catalog. Perfect. However, you're separating series with this, because I did a search just to see what actually popped up. Only half of the babysitters that I actually have pop up when I put up friendship in that, like friendship fiction, instead of all of them under that heading. So it makes searching things insanely hard. Well, it doesn't. It means I'm stuck doing more title searches and author searches, which, let me tell you, those kiddos are coming up to me being like, "Ow, I think they were friends. Maybe the cover was blue." Do you think they know the name of these books or the author? Absolutely not. I barely know names of books, but I know authors. So that's kind of, I gotta go through and fix up all of these graphic novels and make sure that they have one uniform system of subject headings. That was my main point in all of this rambling, is I have to fix that section. Meh. Also, because it's a K-8 school, there is novels for the big kids and novels for the little kids. Do you think they are separated in the catalog, or have different spine labels so that, let's say there's a substitute and I'm not in the building, they know exactly where those books go? No. So I have to fix all the spine labels on those. Either set. One of them needs something different. They can't both be fiction. Yes, it both works, but it's not browsable. Is browsable the right word? I have no clue. So, yeah, anyways, I have things to fix. I don't want to fix it, but I'm going to. During summer. I may work in a school, but I am a 12-month employee, so I will be there during summer holidays, and I am excited. I'm going to get so much done. Anyways, I am almost home. I am currently listening to Thunderworld by Ransom Riggs, and I have to... What was that? Ransom Riggs. I have to say, I think it might be the first book I DNF this year. DNF, do not finish. I am 2 hours into it, and I have to say that I'm just finding myself zoning out, because there's nothing, like, there's things happening, but it's not happening in a way that I'm enjoying. I checked Storygraph, and Storygraph very much, or the people who have written reviews on this book have said it is a fast-paced, like, quick-moving plotline. I'm like, dude, we are 2 hours in, and we are still just talking about his failed interview that happens within the first 10 minutes of the book. I'm bored. So I think I might DNF it and move on to either Threads That Bind. The Threads That Bind Us, I think? Ooh, the cover's purple! there's a sequel, Heart Set Cut. Or, ooh, what was my other one? I can't remember at the moment. I have the cover in my head. Actually, I don't. I just think it's red. Listen, I am also part of the problem for it. Maybe the cover is blue. Anyways, okay, I'm home. So I'm going to head inside and film some clip for you guys. This is where my ramblings end. Maybe it was enjoyable. Alright, catch you in a few minutes. As promised, I am back. Here is that, like, pitiful progress on Necromancer I made over 3 days. So, yay. It looks really good. Like, this is cool looking. But anyways, that's Necromancer. I should be able to finish it up soon. Like, there's the other corner, so there's not a whole lot left. But anyways, that's this one. And I forgot, Sunderworld, the other book I was thinking of was Cemetery Boys, and A Thread That Binds. I was close with that cover. Anyways, I'm just gonna chill for a few more minutes, go out for dinner, and then come back and diamond paint. Probably jump to one of these two books. Okay. Good morning. It is Friday, April 18th. Wow, haven't done that all week. Anyways, here is where I left off last night on Necromancer, so this is where I will pick up. I'm really hoping to finish this one up today. It's a holiday, so I don't have to go to work. Yeah, it's a holiday. I don't have to go to work, so I can just kind of sit here and plug away at this. But I also have a pixyls order going out for delivery. So I need to start finishing up at least one project to show off in the video. And this is my next almost completed one, so I'm going to keep working away on this one today. My goal this weekend is to finish up 2 projects. Whatever those 2 projects are, that's fine. But 2 things I want to get done. And I just realized these are very similar colors. Anyways, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Book-wise, let's take a look. I realized I never actually explained what these books are about. That's because I don't know. I think that one has necromancy, so fitting. No idea. I think like magic. That's about all I got for you. So I'm going to choose between one of these, although I do have Brother's Song on Audible, and I really want to read that one, but these due dates kind of worry me. And I also, this keeps popping up on TikTok. The author keeps doing these like little mini shorts with the characters, and like it looks like it's enemies to lovers, like they both hate each other, and like proper enemies to lovers in like this fantasy series. I have no clue, but it looks interesting and I kind of want to start it. I know it says buy now. It's actually available on Spotify as like included in their premium subscription, so I might start this one too. I've reached the point in reading where I'm indecisive. Sunderworld is being DNF'd. I was gonna try another half hour, but honestly, I don't want to. So we're gonna stop. I want to make it a goal to not force myself to read books. So here we are. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do today. Hi, so these arrived earlier and I completely forgot to share. This is my pixyls order from that spring launch. I got a whole bunch of stuff, like the Dragon Desk Friend and the Froggy. Of course, I had to get the new flower for my collection. And this one was just so cute. I have to get the bonsai, like the other bonsai now, so it matches. But yeah, those are the stands I got. And then I got the alchemy bookmark. And can we talk for a second about how cool their upgraded packaging is? Like, that's awesome compared to like all the plastic. This is Reflecte. I don't know, it's French. So that's the reflection one. And then in here is, I can't read it, Fields of Bloom. This one's bigger than I expected. Same with pink clouds. I didn't look at the size. I didn't measure anything. I just purchased based off the colors in the image. But yeah,
I'm gonna do a proper unboxing of these guys one of these days so I can start working on them. Depending when I do that though. I have a family gathering to go to on Sunday. This might just be coming with me as something small that I can work on. So anyways, pixels. Alright, so it is Saturday. I took out all the pinks in her face. I think it looks better. There is like chunks of color now, so it kind of ruins it, smoother transition. But that pink was originally at like DMC 5, which does not have the color within diamond painting, so there are some substitutions that had to be made. But anyways, I think it looks better without the pink, considering that's like such a stark and bright color compared to all the dull tans and greens in this. So anyways, I think it looks better. You guys can be the final judge, but I have 10% left. Well, just under 10%, 9.47%. Who knows? I've already been working on this a little today. I did this teeny tiny, can you focus there? Thank you. I did this teeny tiny little spot over here, of course, and I fixed that today. So that's what oh, you popped. So yeah, book-wise, so I started Cemetery Boys, and I have to say, not necromancy. So you have this family, Latinx, I don't know, that's wrong, Latinx family who help spirits pass from the human world into the afterlife once they are tethered, so they can tether the spirits to the human world and then they help them pass on. Does that make sense? Our main character has not been accepted by the family, has not done the ritual. He does it himself at the start with his friend, as kind of like they're both the black sheep in their family and just trying to do their part in this tradition, in this knowledge keeping. I'm explaining that kind of poorly, but anyways, our main character and his friend summon a boy from their school back from the dead who literally died that night. So now they're trying to figure out how to help him move on. So like figuring out how he died, that kind of thing. I really, really like this. This is so much better than Sunderworld already. I am 3 hours in and I'm enjoying this. I like our characters. The thing of our, I can't remember. We have Yads. We have Yads as our main character. And the boy that he summons is just witty, but also this kind of like dumb sunshine character. It's a weird thing. They're really funny together. So I'm enjoying it. My one thing that I am struggling with is this is so steeped in Spanish tradition, sorry. That a lot of the, like, not a whole lot is being translated. So you'll have Spanish names and nicknames and just things being thrown out there. And like all the spell work is done in Spanish too. I speak French and English. I don't know what is going on, so I spend like a few minutes afterwards just trying to figure out and piece up with context clues as to what they're actually saying. So that's my one if. I wish that, like, if you think about this, I wish that they would take a second and just like explain it for the dumb people like me who suck at languages. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep reading this one. It's really, really good, and I'm just gonna kind of chill out and vibe today. is Monday. I thought I would pop in. I didn't get a chance to yesterday. Easter was so busy. But I finished this one on Saturday night, so that was nice. This was a lot of fun to work on. I always enjoy cross-stitch conversions, just like the pattern of it all is a lot of fun. So yeah, there's the Necromancer finished. I'll get a post review up on this one eventually, so I won't go into too much details. But yeah, these 310s, I think I said in an earlier one, were not my favorite 310s to work with, which is strange for a jade, so I'm sure this was just like an odd batch. Lots of holes in the top, and they almost felt too big for this grid, like down at the bottom here. When I was doing color blocking, there was a lot of popping drills. Well, not a lot, but it just felt like it was very, very close, and there was some popping drills. So yeah, but other than that, it worked out really nicely. And I didn't get 2 projects done, but I did make good progress on this one, and I started the pixel bookmark while at my grandma's yesterday. So I'm just gonna keep working away on these 2 today. I cannot tell you how excited I was to finally have this movie. It came to my city in theaters, like one specific theater that's like a half-hour drive away, and it was only for like a month, and I was so upset I couldn't get around to seeing it in theaters. But it's finally on Netflix. I watched it last night, and oh my, it has me in all of the feels. Because here's the thing, I'm a manga reader. The story is over for me. I already know what's gonna happen. I know how this story ends. In this movie, hi. My Hero Academia is one of my favorite things. If you didn't know that by now. I think I've talked about it enough though. So there's 7 seasons right now. This movie takes place in between 6 and 7. The 8th season is coming out later this year, so I will be screaming about that when that happens. But yeah, this movie, it just felt, maybe because the story has been over for me for months now. This felt very much like just going, like a blast to the past, going back and visiting all my favorite characters and having just like one more story with them. So this movie was great. It is also very, very evil because you can't put, how do I do this without spoiling it? The Todorokis, I'll just go there. The Todorokis hurt in this movie. But anyways, I love this movie. And it's so much fun to see Bakugo just fly around and rage and destroy everything again. I miss that. Okay. It also makes season 7 that much worse because, like, it's a movie. Obviously, it ends totally fine. Like, they can't mess with the canon. This is canon, but they can't mess with, like, the canon anime stuff. But like having it end and they're just like, well, I'll smile together someday, and then knowing that season 7 is up next, it is rough. Anyways, I love this movie, and I am very, very excited to rewatch this entire series yet again before season 8 airs. I need to still watch Vigilantes though. It happens. Vigilantes is like a side story that was placed before My Hero, and I believe it closely follows Aizawa. I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of little clips of it, and whoo, Eraserhead Aizawa will always be my fave. One of my faves. I have like a dozen of them. But I need to watch Vigilantes for Aizawa. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this here and go back to working on my kit. Hello! Alright, so I had some Happy Meal show up today. This is Morning in Pine Forest. It is actually going to be my Summer with the Masters kit. I'm actually going to participate this year. I haven't before because there hasn't been any artwork that really calls to me. However, I am a sucker for landscape and bears, so here we are. That size kind of scares me, so I might put this whenever I do my unboxing. There's supposed to be 2. I ordered the Apprentice with this one, and I don't know where that kit is. I thought they would ship together. They did not, so so when that one arrives, I can do the unboxing for both of these, and we'll see. But I think I might put this in my diamondartclub storage, because that's 70 by 90, and I can just like work on this, and Summer with the Masters happens again next year. I can just roll this one up and then keep plugging away at it, because maybe I should look closer at the size. Oh, that's my fault. Yeah. And I don't know if I ever showed it yet. Here's my custom that I've been working on slowly but surely. This was started for the video, and then I made progress on the top bar today. So there's that. The only reason I'm putting a pause on it again and kitted something else up is because there is this like gray blue color within this transition. Now here's the thing. Photos are incredibly hard to render. Oh, Elissa. Sorry, I just put up a picture in the crafter's den of my next kit. Well, the tray. They're doing the guessing game. Charmaine has already guessed what I'm working on, and I just got a notification from Elissa making a guess. It's great. Yes, I'm making fun of you now, if you watch this. Anyways. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so the transitions aren't gonna be the smoothest when you have a photograph turned diamond painting. Usually there needs to be some sort of touch-ups, editing. I did none of that. I just sent the photo to Jade. I was like, can you? And this is what I got back. So yay! That's not a mark on Jade if I wanted it to be nicer. That was all me to edit. That's what I mean to say. So I'm going to play around with colors, which is my favorite thing to do anyways. This is why this tree looks a little bit more confetti heavy too. Which is totally fine by me. It'll look very, very nice when done. Oh, there's that text. Alright, anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna chip away at this one slowly. I was gonna keep working on it, but my Crafter's Den Spring Mystery Round 2 shipped out. So I'm like, I'm going to take a break from the jadedgemshops because I just did. I'm sorry, the notifications keep coming in and I keep reading them. Because I just finished Necromancer, I feel like I should take a break from Jade kits as a whole before that Den one shows up, and I started the Food Thief. So very different color palettes from both of those, but I assume the Crafter's Den Mystery will be, if it's the image I'm thinking of. I have no confirmation. I'm just guessing. But I won't share my guess. That's a me thing. So yes, I'll work on the Food Thief from Diamondartclub. It's been a while, I think, since I've worked. Well, Springbringer. Okay, never mind. It hasn't been a while. It just feels like a while. Anyways, I started it. That's my teeny tiny section. I am actually, yeah. Any of these highlighted ones, not this one, I messed up. Any of these highlighted ones are being replaced, so I found some specials that I'm gonna mess around with and just kind of see what happens. Okay, anyways, little mini update. Book is very, very good. Still wish that they would explain more of the Spanish language being used, but hey, that's mostly because I'm a big dummy and it takes me a lot longer to catch on to things than this book's as soon as I can. But it's still very, very good, very interesting. I have 5 hours left-ish, so I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. Yay, happy meal. These two kits showed up. I still have one more outstanding order with diamondartclub, that honey hole and dragon books, which I was really hoping they would show up soon because I wanted to kit up dragon and books. But anyways, these are very, very pretty. I still totally not, I don't know if I've ever said this, but AI is just not my thing. I think I've said this. But there was something about the colors in this one that I really, really liked, and it was round and it's a nice size. I won't be buying a ton of AI pieces. I'm one to just pick and choose one or two. I just want to keep the numbers of AI in my stash very, very low. That's it. That's just my personal piece on it. And also, my school hoodie, I did not make my bed, don't judge me. My school hoodie showed up. I cannot show you it, but look at this. I need more hoodies to come with like a thumb hole. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go work on my whip. Which, in the sunlight, I'm questioning my decision to add these glitter drills from Mooney Made. They look orange, however, they almost look like they're glowing in the sunlight. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going anyways because I already did this section, but yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Okay. Hi, it is Sunday, April, what was it, 27th? 27th. I finished up the Food Thief last night. I worked on it all day, so I got like the first half done, and I have every intention to do post reviews for this one and this one today. Still haven't done that. But we'll see if I get there. I'm gonna go record a very long video style that I never do. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, but anyways, back to the Food Thief. I think this was adorable, absolutely adorable. I added a ton of I added 2 greens for that log, like I said I wanted to. I found out that I had like 3 799 crystals, so I put that in the log. I found some glitter drills that I put in the leaves, and some fairy dusts. So I added similar to this. You can't totally tell. But yeah, anyways, it looks really, really good. I'm gonna go record some videos now. Hi, I am actually going to wrap up here. I want to get this video edited, plus the several others I recorded today edited, so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Let me know, actually, leave some sort of emoji in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Sorry, it's a bit of a snap wrap up. I just really want to get editing. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.